Hey kids, it's time to shut up and code. But seriously, let's look at making a third graph for flipping two coins. Okay, so we're going to fork part B and then change the data one more time. Okay, so in the activity, the part A video, we were given code, we made no changes, and then it created a graph. Then in the part B video, we forked that program and updated the data, the categories and the data and the titles, and we got this nice graph. So what should happen in theory for two dice? Now, let me go to the lesson. Let's look at what happens if you flip two coins. Well, basically you can get heads, heads, which happens 25% of the time. Tails, tails, which is 25% of the time, or one of each. So these are both 25%, so 50% in the middle. So we're going to group them like that. Two heads, that's one category. One of each, which is heads, heads, or I'm sorry, heads, tails, or tails, heads. So that's basically one of each. And my third category is tails, tails. So and my three data points are 25, 50, and 25. I'm going to make the color of the graph green just for giggles and then rename it. Okay, so let me copy these words because that's going to call the graph. Copy, and then I'm going to fork this program that I was doing for part B and fork it. So it takes a second to work. Okay, and it's looks like it's connected and it's forked. Okay, and I'm going to put click here and paste in that title. Boom. Put a little D for demo. Anyway, call it part C if you want to just name it yourself. Okay, and notice I have this bar graph file from before. You could click these right dots and delete it. Just make sure it updates. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to change my categories. Instead of numbers, I'm going to do characters again. I could use single quotes or double quotes. I'm going to go ahead and do double quotes. So heads, heads is my first category. The second category is heads, tails, or tails, heads. So that is all one category. That's all in quotes. And then my last one is tails, tails. And now since I have three categories, heads, heads, one of each, or tails, tails, I need 3 data points, not 11 like I had from part B. So 25%, 50%, and 25. So this is like flipping two coins 100 times what should happen. Okay, my color, I'm going to change to green, G, and I'm going to call this two coins theoretical. Okay, and let's see, two coins, flip two coins theoretical, coin flip outcomes. Okay, so flip two coins, you can basically call this, what did I call it? Coin flip outcomes. So these are the outcomes. So my x-axis is here, coin flip outcomes. Wow. And frequency and 100 flips. Okay, so I changed the titles of my graph. This is the overall title. This is the X and Y, my color green, and I have 3 categories and 3 data points. Okay, if I had 3 categories and 4 data points, I would get an error, but I think I'm good. All right, let me run this. So I get this weird text and some working, and oh wow, it looks like a bar graph popped up. So let's see what it is. I'm going to go over here to the file list and click my bar graph. And Replic's reconnecting. Let me reload this. Oh, wow. Anyone hear the sirens in the background? I think it's the Replit police. So not always nice when Replit pauses when you're trying to record a video, but oh well. Okay, so I'm running it again because I don't see my bar graph. Hey, it made it again. Oh my, there it is. 25%, 50%, and 25. So I'm going to snip this and put it in my report. And so that was part B. Okay, for part C, I'll put the URL and the code in here and then paste the graph. Okay, so there is part C. I'll let you do this part. No need to record that. By the way, what is part D? I probably won't record a video for that because part D is you're basically going to make your own bar graph. So you can have any 4 categories. So, hey, what's your favorite superhero? I can have in quotes because they're words Superman, comma, quote, Batman, comma, quote, Spider-Man, quote, Thor. And then for the data, I can make up some fake votes like Superman got 15 votes, Batman got 52 votes, etc. And then pick your color and label your graph, the title, the X and Y. So part D is basically make your own graph. So use at least 4 data points for that one. Okay. All right. So this is Mr. Hicks signing off for part C. So fork it one more time and make your own bar graph. Okay. Time to shut up and code.